What it do, wrestling world? It's your boy, Mr. Steel, yo Dibs, and I'm back once again with another review, this time of AEW Dynamite. Now, this show was awesome from start to finish, way better than what we saw last night. Even though I thought it was a good show, but this show kicked that to the dust. And if you can't see why people are starting to make their way over to watching AEW more than WWE, then I need y'all to open your eyes a little bit more and watch the type of quality of matches we are getting on AEW. This is the major difference between what we see on WWE Raw, what we saw last night, and then in comparison to AEW Dynamite and AEW Rampage. Now, AEW Dynamite didn't have as many matches as NXT had last night, but the quality of the matches surpassed what NXT did last night. Totally. I mean, let's talk about it. Let's start off with the first matchup. Adam Cole and Frankie Kazarian. They put on a hell of a match. The quality was stupendous. The crowd was into everything that they were doing. Now, granted, Adam Cole to me is one of the best in the world, but still, the type of show that he and Frankie Kazarian put on was marvelous. Also, let's talk about Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. They are building this feud the way it should be built. And they really haven't had any type of physical altercation with each other, but they're in the ring having great promos with one another. It's a dream match that people have wanted to see for a very, very long time. We've heard Bryan Danielson, when he was in WWE, talk about wanting to wrestle Kenny Omega, and now it is about to happen very soon. And I think it's happening next Wednesday at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. So they're not even gonna wait for a pay-per-view to bring that out. But two big stars, and they building it up the proper and correct way, getting us all intrigued the way it should be done. I mean, I'm ready to see the match today. Let's just get that out the way. I'm ready to see the match now. Also, going on, CM Punk. CM Punk, guys, is one of the best talkers in the world, and he hasn't missed a beat since he was gone for 7 years. And to sit down there with Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur, to me, he put them all to shame. Number one, Excalibur to me should not be on this announce team because he tries to take away the shine from Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone. Still to this day he does that. He talks too much. He talks too much. He talks too much. Thank God for today. CM Punk was able to get his words in, be quick to the point, make people clearly understand what he was talking about. Straight to the subject, straight to the point. Excalibur has to da. And I don't want to be the guy that's doing a recap and that just want to kill people and do this. That's not me. But when it comes to Excalibur, that's one of the flaws of AEW right there, is having that guy on the announce team. My opinion. Some of y'all might like him, and I'm cool. I'm cool if y'all like Excalibur announce team. That's cool. That's cool. That's part of the wrestling world. We can disagree, but it's all great. Now, Malachi Black and Cody. This is another great matchup. Whenever it happens, it's going to be great. It's going to be a better matchup than what they did the first time. But they starting to get the Nightmare family involved. Who knew Rosario Dawson was part of the Nightmare family? Who knew this? I didn't know that. I just know she was on that big up or go big, whatever show they had, and she shows up today and leads to a chaotic brawl between Cody and Malachi Black, and they throwing drinks on one another left and right. But you getting the audience involved with this by going into the stands. When is the last time we seen anybody from WWE, NXT go into the stands? Get the audience pumped up, get them involved, get them amped up. I mean, and that's what they did with that. Perfect booking. The ladies match. Ladies and gentlemen, if Jade Cargill would have lost this match, I'd have been highly upset. Due to the fact that it's not the right time for Jade Cargill to lose. I really believe this is the one female wrestler that you need to build up. You need to build up to make things better within that division. And the women's division has gotten so much better in AEW with Jade Cargill, Layla Hurst, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho is there. It's improving from where it was. Now, I got somebody once again who wants to interrupt my recap show, and he wants to say what he has to say, but is my great friend, my brother from another. I'm gonna bring him in, the tantalizing one, Tantalizing Tony. Tantalizing Tony live from the Prudential Center in New Jersey with his son, Bobby. They are there. What's going on, man? Why y'all still in the arena? The show's over.
What's up, brother? We're AEW Dynamite going into Rampage live here. I saw you were streaming. Had to jump on real quick. Not gonna make it long. It was a good show. The crowd was electric, as you can see.
So they're actually doing AEW Rampage right now?
They're
doing Rampage right now?
Yeah, they're doing Rampage. They're doing some Rampage right now.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Cool deal.
So basically, I just want to jump in and say what's up. Bobby's here. Kira's got the night off. We got fans right here. They're gonna wait for you guys. They're gonna all subscribe in a minute. I'm gonna get them subscribed. JB, as always, doing a great job. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody watching, we love you. AEW's on upswing. NXT, thumbs down. Terrible, bro. I guess we'll talk about it soon. I love you. Stay safe. I'm out of here.
Thank you. See y'all later. And tell them to subscribe to our pages, Tony,
Stay
when you do that.
tantalizing, everybody.
My brother from another, Tantalizing Tony. Make sure you guys all subscribe to his YouTube page also. But back to the women's division, like I said, Jade Cargill, Layla Hurst, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander, Anna Jay, The Bunny, Tay Conti. Yo, that's just naming some. The women's division at AEW is steadily improving. And Jade Cargill is just so athletic and so talented, man. To say she's really still just a rookie in wrestling is unbelievable, man. And like the ceiling for her is so high. I mean, they have no choice but to one day make Jade Cargill their women's champion. I don't know when it's going to be because I think they need to ride the wave with Britt Baker for a good while. And I want Jade Cargill to wait on that wave for a certain amount of time before she becomes champion. I'm telling you, that is a star in the making, big time. And you have to do it one day. You have to do it. I don't know when, but Layla Hurst, my goodness. I mean, we seen her against Camille Brickhouse in NWA, and tonight, that's another star you could build. So they are going in the right direction in the women's division. We can no longer say, man, AEW women's division is horrible. We can't say that. It is so much better now. And if you're not seeing this on TV, I don't know what to tell you, people. I mean, I'm giving you this my review, my opinions on everything. The women's division for AEW is steadily improving day in and day out. And it can only get better from here on out with that. I want to talk about something I never seen until tonight. Maybe y'all saw it before. I never saw it. But we had paint being wiped off of people's faces. Hey, don't get me wrong. I loved every little bit of it. I loved it. Disrespect, whatever. But for Darby Allin to get his paint wiped off from the chairman, Sean Spears, and then Tully Blanchard wipes the paint off of Hall of Famer Sting, I never saw this in professional wrestling, and I've been watching wrestling my whole life. I never saw paint get wiped off with a towel in the middle of a ring. Yeah, we see paint come off in matches while they going back and forth, but for paint to come off by being white in a wrestling ring, that was a first. I never saw that. I never even imagined that in my head. But this is building a feud with some of the Pinnacle, FTR, with Sting and Darby Allin, which we're going to get the match next week. But I loved it. Now I'm going on to the biggest heel in the business, the most hated heel in the business, and that is MJF. I love the guy. I love MJF, man. You know, I look at MJF and just be like, why can't we have this guy in WWE? I mean, The Miz is a great heel. Kevin Owens has been a great heel. But MJF, to me, is that one heel that needs to stay a heel forever. And, man, did he hit a low blow on Brian Pillman Jr. by making fun of his dad, and God rest his soul, Flying Brian Pillman Sr. You know, man, MJF is that dude. When you just be sitting in the audience, sitting on TV, sitting there watching TV, and when that music hits, he coming out, you ready to throw bottles and beer at him. He's that hated, but man, he is just that darn good. I mean, who has better mic skills than MJF in the business? We can compare a lot of wrestlers to him. The Miz. We can compare CM Punk. There's a lot of guys on the mic. John Cena. But MJF is that dude. He is that guy. And I'm telling you, ladies and gents, man, whenever his contract is up, I promise you, WWE will be coming for him. And they're going to throw some money at him to leave AEW, because that is a guy that you don't want to leave any company. But I truly enjoyed this show tonight. It was a great show from start to bottom. Like I said, the quality of the matches that AEW presents on their shows and the pay-per-views, man, it's one of a kind right now. It's one of a kind. And I mean, WWE Raw has some work to do. They had a great show Monday night. Raw was a great show for the first time in a long, long time. I got to give them credit on that. I thought NXT was good. I want to give them a shot on what they're about to show us with the new producers and Vince and Bruce Pritchard. And we got quantity. We had 7 or 8 matches. They gave us quantity. Okay, nice. But the quality wasn't there like it has been in the past for NXT. But tonight, what we just saw, it's wonderful. Wonderful quality from top to bottom. Building feuds, building matches for Rampage, just all that into one show. Building everything up, man. Just make you sitting there and watching it. You watching AEW Dynamite. And you see Fuego de Sol challenging Miro. And then Miro responds back. Okay, we building up for Friday on Rampage. Adam Cole challenges Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage with the Young Bucks. They building this up already. Christian Cage and them responded. Bam, match set. We building it up. Building matches up for us to be like, man, okay, I'm tuning in to Rampage Friday night. And and so on. Getting ready for the Grand Slam with CM Punk getting thrown through a table by Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, okay. What we setting up for? Bam, next Wednesday. Look, right now, man, AEW is pretty much the place to be. It is right now. Until WWE can get smart and fix the problems that they're having on 2 shows. Okay? SmackDown is great. And supposedly the same writers write for Raw and SmackDown. I don't get it. I don't know how 2 shows can be that differently if it's the same writers. But anyway, look, AEW right now, man. I'm not saying I'm all elite. I love wrestling. I'm going to watch Impact sometime tomorrow. Okay? But I'm not saying I'm all elite. But right now, AEW, man, they are doing what they had planned on doing. They built everything slowly, and it's coming into fruition right now. It's coming to fruition. I just don't want it to get to where they have too many wrestlers and stars that they're not using, and these guys want to leave. We've seen this in WCW. We've seen it in WWE. So hopefully AEW can keep all their guys happy, keep them happy, and continue to strive. And we just continue to have wrestling pretty much every day of the week. But back to this show tonight. Great, awesome show. The crowd was in it. Crowd was electric. And it was a great show. I can't say nothing bad about this show tonight, except Excalibur talking too much. That's it. But other than that, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to my AEW Dynamite recap. I will see you guys sometime Saturday. We'll get the time posted. Me and Tana Tony have to talk about that. What time we're going to do the show on Saturday. Over the Top Rope is back. Hopefully, I have internet at my place and I can stop being at these remote locations. But at least I'm trying to give y'all the content for y'all to see and continue to see. Ever since I had to evacuate for Hurricane Ida. But until then, thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please subscribe. Till then, peace.